Hello, Lena. How are you? I hope you are doing well. Good. All right. So I would like to welcome you to Basic 7 English language class. So this is how your Basic 7 English language class is going to be this time, because we are not in normal times. It is normal. All right. So that is the new normal. So I'm Sir Paul. So you can simply call me Sir Paul. Today we are just going to look at Introduction to Basic 7 English Language. I'll try and introduce you to the course since it's a new system altogether, even though it is going to be a continuation, but there's a new level. So the way things are done here are a little bit different from what you were doing Basic 6. Here things have been stepped up a little. Alright, so first of all, I'll take you through the scope of English language at the junior high level, as we have on the board here. Some of you already are familiar with how we say strands and then substrand, because that was what we're dealing with in Basic 6. So when I say strand, you know what strand is. When I say substrand, you know what substrand is. So at this level, we still have oral language as our strand, as you already did. But at this level, under oral language, we shall be looking at conversation or everyday discourse. Discourse must be a new word, but here discourse simply stands for communication. Everyday communication. Like for instance, in the day when you wake up, you have interaction with your parent before you step out. Once you go out, you have interaction with your friends. When you get to school, you have interaction with elderly people or your teachers. We can categorize all these. The ones you have with your family members and your friends are informal, and the ones you have with your teachers and other people outside are formal. So we'll be looking at how to have all these conversations. So it's going to be one of the topics. It's going to be very, very interactive. Like you already know, things in the oral language are, there's one that we speak and others hear, and we learn from that. The second thing we're looking at in the oral language is listening comprehension. Listening comprehension, where we'll take a passage and then we'll read. But when we are reading that passage, we'll make sure none of you have a copy. Then we'll see how best you can write down points from the passage that you hear, so that you can be good listeners elsewhere. When you grow up and you attend any seminar or any program or any luncheon, you see that because you have practiced how to jot points from listening, you'll be able to do that. All this is to better your future. And the last thing we'll be considering under oral language is English sounds. When I talk about English sounds, normally the first thing that comes to mind is the vowel and then what? Consonant. So we'll be looking at vowels and consonants and how to actually pronounce them well in our speech. So that will be for oral language, and that's what it's going to be throughout Basic 7, Basic 8, Basic 9 and 10. But we have various levels and what you do at each level. But every level, you do oral language in the same regard or substrands. Then let's go to the second strand, which is reading. Reading, similar to what we did this time under reading, we have only two substrands. The first one is comprehension. Our usual comprehension, where you'll be given a passage to read and answer questions on. And then we'll come to that. I think this one is going to be a little bit new, because we couldn't dive much into it in Basic 6, so in Basic 7 you dive much into some summary writing or summarizing, where you'll be summarizing a huge passage and paragraphs into smaller sentences. So basically that's what we're doing under reading. And then the third one here is grammar usage. Grammar usage. Under grammar usage, we shall have grammar as our first substrand. I want to talk about grammar. You know all the classes of what? Words. Starting from nouns, pronouns, adjectives, adverbs. All those falls under classes of what? Words. And they are what we're looking at under nouns. And then the next thing we're looking at is punctuations and capitalization. We're looking at that one so that we know how to punctuate and also capitalize when we're writing paragraphs in our essays. Then the last one under grammar usage is going to be vocabulary and spellings. You see, at this level, like I told you, things are going to what? Be a step up on the things you did in Basic 6. Therefore, you are going to encounter huge words and lengthy ones. So you have to practice how to understand their meaning and spellings as well. So basically, that is what we'll be doing. And then I think in our next lesson, I won't waste my time. I want you to really understand this one. In our next lesson, I'll explain the other two strands, that is writing and then literature further. So basically, that is what is going to happen. And I'm going to give you an assignment to do. It's going to be under grammar. So it will be below the video. You go through it, you pick your exercise books, then you write dates, you copy the work and write it nicely. When you finish, you take your phone, take a picture and send it to my WhatsApp. I will mark it and whatever correction it is you get. So I hope you enjoy our lessons online. I'll see you in our next lesson.